This morning, you woke up, grabbed your phone, and probably opened TikTok and Instagram. You scrolled and refreshed your feed for a couple minutes, or maybe an hour. And after you found the energy to roll out of bed, you headed to the couch to do this same exact damn thing. If this isn't you, well, still stay tuned for this video. What's good, y'all? If this is your first time to this channel, my name is Yanni Velasquez. I'm from San Francisco, California, and I currently live in downtown Berkeley. I graduated from UC Berkeley about a year ago with a focus in ethnic studies and education. I currently work as a high school educator, and I dance on Groove Against the Machine in Oakland, California. I've created a series on this vlog called the Insight Series, which is basically a look at my own reflections with regards to lifestyle and finding purpose with our day-to-day lives. Today marks around day 35 of my self-quarantine in downtown Berkeley. And during this time, I've been watching a lot of videos, specifically Matt D'Avella. If you don't know who Matt D'Avella is, you should check him out at his channel right here. After binge watching Matt's content for about a week straight, a lot of his approach to minimalism has definitely rubbed off on me. And if you don't know what minimalism is, I'm here to share with you my own take on the term. A lot of people take minimalism and associate it with those who are privileged, who are white, who are upper class, and think of it as simply people who have a lot and have the choice to choose little. I think as a person of color, I've heard this approach and specifically seen it with Matt and think that it's deeper than just giving up material goods. Many may coin the term minimalism synonymously with the terms essentialism, intentionality, and value. Whatever you call it, at the end of the day, I'm here to share this video with you all to let you know of 3 minimalist approaches I'm hoping to integrate into my life as I have in the past week that I felt bettered my lifestyle and improved my own mental health. So for number 1, I wanted to ground this conversation around the topic of relationships, whether that be platonic or romantic, with your closest friends, your family members, and even yourself. A lot of people during this time are yearning for physical contact, to be with their closest friends. As someone who's been self-quarantined for the past 35 days, I've been going crazy. I'm just kidding. I haven't been going crazy, but I have been thinking a lot of what it means to have depth of relationships over the quantity. This might sound like common sense for a lot of people, but to be honest, I don't think it is. I've had my own high school students come up to me, and even my closest friends in college, tell me that they're afraid they're gonna lose friendships throughout the transition periods in their life. Throughout a transition period like this, where we never knew that we wouldn't be able to see our closest friends in person, as long as we follow stay-at-home orders, for an indefinite amount of time. But we also have a choice to feel extreme lows of loneliness, or to feel like one friend is actually all we need. Luckily, I've actually had more than one homie support me during this time of quarantine season. But the point I want to drive home is that I really want you to reflect on your relationships and ask yourself, are my current relationships driven by fear? Fear to please, fear to be a good friend, or are they driven by love? A place where you feel like you're always supporting, that you're always providing enough, and that you're everything that you actually have to be for your homies. If you find yourself in areas of fear and letting fear drive your relationships and your mindset along the way, I really push you to reflect deeper and maybe cut them out.
Yes, sir.
As indie artist Ben Howard writes in his song Depth Over Distance, and this tree of ours may grow tall in the woods, but it's the roots that will bind us here. So to drive this point home, focus less on the number, the minimum amount of friends you feel like you need in your life to feel secure, to find value in yourself, and focus on the who. Who is it that I really care about? Who is it that really cares about me unconditionally? And as Young Pueblo quotes, love is about feeling free and at home at the same time. For point number 2, I wanted to connect the intro of this video to what I'm about to say now. And the focus of number 2 is to minimize my screen time. I've spent countless hours refreshing my social media and Instagram, and time again, I'm constantly hit with a message that I've been up to date with all the posts in the past 48 hours. Although I'm not proud of this honest truth, I do believe it connects with the first point, and that subconsciously, I believe that I refresh these pages and that I look for notifications because I have a void deep down that I also yearn to fill. Maybe that void is about seeking validation from folks, from homies, from people I don't know, for people to see my content, to take the time out of the day to listen, to watch, and to maybe understand. But at the same time, I do also believe in the law of attraction, which in my own words, it's just about putting all your intentionality for the world to take in and for you to continue to sit back and do your own thing. Circling this back to point number 2, I wanted to ground this process in a digital minimalist approach. And in terms of practically minimalizing my screen time, I'm telling myself that from Monday through Friday, which is essentially my work week, I'm not allowed to get distracted or pull up social media on my phone until after 5 p.m. So far, I've been doing it for the past couple days, and it's brought a lot of comfort to my internal self, to my spirit, to my eyes, to my mind. And I don't say that to urge you to do any of this during your own time, but I do believe that I'm starting to find value in kind of letting go of that void that I always feel like I need to fill. So for the last point, I wanted to share with you all, I've taken a tangible/physical approach to essentially decluttering my space, to throwing away crap that sits on my shelves and collects dust in my apartment, and to think about my transition out of downtown Berkeley, moving into a solo apartment in San Francisco in the next 2 months. It's always been the most difficult challenge for me to not only stop spending money on things that I actually don't need, and to also let go of things in my own apartment, my own living space, that collect dust, that don't really serve a purpose, and that I actually can do better without. So within the past week, I've thrown away around 3 garbage bags of stuff that's been accumulating dust, old letters from friends, books, pictures of me and my ex-girlfriend, etc. There has been one word that has specifically pushed me during this time of discomfort and decluttering. One word that has pushed me to Marie Kondo the hell out of my apartment, and that one word is enough. I never actually thought about asking myself how much enough really meant, specifically through a financial standpoint, until I really realized that I'm going to be paying a minimum of $600 more for my rent with the same paycheck, the same income coming in about 2 months from now, moving from downtown Berkeley to a North Beach apartment in San Francisco. Why did I make that choice? I'll probably share it in another video. Instead of focusing my time and energy and finding ways to make an extra $600 in my pocket every month, this whole process has pushed me to look inward, to look at my space and to see how much I actually invest in things I really don't need. Things that take up space in my apartment that I easily spend a couple $50 to maybe $300 on, whether that be shoes, clothes, jackets, concerts, just because I built a routine with it. And I gotta be honest with you, I do go to a lot of concerts and I do have a crap load of shoes. No, the point of this section is not to convert myself or to convert you to someone that sells or stops buying things you love, to stop buying shoes and to stop going to concerts. But this new financial transition in my life will definitely help me think critically and cautiously as to how I spend my own earnings. As I transition and move into my space in the next 2 months, I'm hoping to only bring things that bring me pure joy, happiness, and occupy space with a purpose. As I saw on a really dope Instagram post the other day, if you let it go and it brings you peace, you never lost anything. I hope today's video brought you a lot of insight. And for the homies out there watching, I challenge you to critically think about these 3 minimalist approaches. Ask yourself, are the people, the objects that fill my space during quarantine season serving their purpose? I'm going to be dropping a lot more content on this insight thread within the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months, because quarantine season, it's here, y'all. But until then, please smash that like button, drop a comment, hit subscribe. Always, please. Thank you so much. And stay 6 feet away. You already know the deal. Peace.